Eric Clapton, one of the most celebrated guitarists in the world, has long been a figure of intrigue not just for his musical talent, but for his relationships with other legendary musicians. His career has been intertwined with some of the most famous names in rock history, and his personal life has often been the subject of speculation. Recently, Clapton finally addressed some long-standing rumors about his relationship with Jimmy Page, the iconic guitarist from Led Zeppelin. For years, fans and the media had speculated about the dynamics between Clapton and Page, fueled by rumors, anecdotes, and the natural curiosity surrounding two rock legends. Finally, Clapton confirmed details that many had long suspected, but few had ever heard him speak about directly. The rumors about Clapton and Page had mostly centered around their relationship during the 1970s, a time when both musicians were at the peak of their careers. Clapton, having risen to fame as part of Cream and later embarking on a solo career, was already a household name. Jimmy Page, meanwhile, was becoming an international icon as the mastermind behind Led Zeppelin, one of the biggest rock bands in history. Despite both being in the same circles, it was often unclear how close the two actually were. What had fueled the rumors was the idea that Clapton and Page had a tense relationship, particularly during the early 1970s. Some speculated that the two may have had a rivalry, especially with Clapton's famous romantic entanglement with Page's ex-girlfriend, model and singer, George Harrison's wife, Pattie Boyd. The story of Clapton's infatuation with Boyd and his subsequent heartbreak was well documented, and it added to the tension between Clapton and Page. Many assumed that this love triangle created a rift between the two musicians, even though neither of them ever spoke openly about it for years. Clapton, however, recently put those rumors to rest. In a rare interview, Clapton addressed his relationship with Page and clarified that there was never any true animosity between them. According to Clapton, while there were certainly moments of discomfort, particularly during the aftermath of his affair with Boyd, the tension between him and Page was more a product of the media and public perception than any real personal conflict. He explained that both of them were highly driven, competitive individuals, but there was never a point where they truly hated each other or were involved in any bitter rivalry. In fact, Clapton admitted that despite the tension at times, he had always admired Page's musical ability and respected his contributions to rock and roll. Clapton also revealed that the two had occasionally shared the stage and collaborated over the years, but their interactions were always more professional than personal. He acknowledged that the press often exaggerated the tension between the two, painting a picture of an ongoing feud where there was little to none. Clapton reflected on how the pressures of fame and the chaotic rock and roll lifestyle could sometimes distort relationships, making everything feel more intense than it actually was. He added that at the end of the day, both of them were just musicians trying to do their best in an industry that often created more drama than was necessary. The confirmation that Clapton and Page were never involved in any significant rivalry or personal animosity was a relief for many fans who had followed their careers with an eye on their relationship. The rumors about their tensions had often overshadowed the music they created, leading to unnecessary speculation. Clapton's candid comments helped clear the air, offering a more nuanced view of what their dynamic was truly like. In the end, Clapton emphasized that both he and Page had their own separate paths, but they always respected each other as musicians. The media's insistence on turning their interactions into something more than they were had distorted their legacy, but Clapton's clarification has helped restore the focus on the music they both contributed to, rather than the drama that was only imagined by outsiders. Fans can now appreciate the work of both musicians without the weight of unnecessary rumors hanging over their heads. The rock world can continue to celebrate their extraordinary careers, knowing that the rumors about a bitter rivalry were nothing more than that, rumors.